Hey everybody, I'm Robert the Zombie Bargain Hunter, and today it is what's sold on eBay for the week of April 1st through April 7th. So hopefully everybody's having a great week. My week's been kind of slow. Yesterday I had to take my cat to the vet, actually emergency vet. She was choking on a piece of plastic, so at 2 in the morning I was headed to the emergency vet. My closest one, unfortunately, they were having, the doctor had two surgeries going on, so I had to actually drive an hour just to get the cat seen by another emergency vet. So yeah, yesterday was a fun day, but turned out it was a piece of plastic. It got caught in the back of her throat, and stupid cat was chewing on plastic. So yeah, I wasted a good amount of my time. Took me around 3 hours to get rid of that, but anyways, I've been working on Mercari. Been doing a lot of cross posting for Mercari. I'm also doing Depop and Posh since it's super easy. I can do 3 listings in a minute, so I've been deciding to do just do all 3 since I'm going through Resellkit. Resellkit's super fast, and like I said, I can do 3 listings in a minute. I've timed myself, and yeah, it's been haven't had a ton of success yet. I've only sold, I believe, 3-4 items from Mercari and 1 from Depop, and nothing from Posh. I don't know what's going on with Posh. I think all the live sales have killed it. But anyways, enough jibber jabber. Let's get into what's sold. My plan is to cross-post all my listings from eBay over to Mercari, Posh, and Depop, all 7,000. So I know I've said it in the past. People have watched me in the past, and I usually just give up halfway. But I'm on a good roll. I'm doing like 50 a day, sometimes 100. But yeah. It hasn't helped my eBay sales though, because I've kind of neglected it because I've been doing taxes and a whole bunch of other things. But let's get into this. Total sales of this week were $1,464.65, minus 35% from last, or 31.5% from last week. So yeah, like I said, sorry eBay, I was neglecting you. I was over 7,000 listings, and now I'm under 7,000. So got to get back on track. I'm going to try to do like 25 to eBay, and then 50 to 100 to Posh, Mercari, and Depop. So we'll see how it goes. Net sales of $890.30, selling costs of $479.81. Quantity sold, I sold 53 items, which not terrible. Average sale price of $27.63, so that is not great. I'd like to get that above 30, but hey, I can't help what people buy, right? People buy what people buy. Alright, let's get into the plush, and then I'll show you the collectibles and stuff. First one, this is Disney Stitch. I got this from, I believe, a Walmart clearance. Paid like $150 for them. Bought a bunch of them. This is it was my last one. He sold for $16.99, and he was a small one. He was only 10 inches, and Just Play, which isn't the greatest brand, but people love Stitch, so yeah. Glad to finally get rid of Stitch. Next one, if the computer wants to work with me, is a Little Tikes Wiggamals. This thing jiggles all over the place and sings Old McDonald's. It's just a stupid little chicken that had to clean up the battery terminals, but it worked fine when I sent it off, and it sold for $25.49. Come on. There we go. This one is DC Comics Toy Factory Green Lantern. He is tall and thin. He is 36 inches, so not the greatest face in the world, but hey, someone liked it, so can't complain, right? He sold for $29.74, and I just listed all my superheroes a couple months ago, so it probably took a month and a half to sell. This lamb was an Easter, and I listed all my Easter items right before Easter. I finished listing all my lambs and bunnies and stuff, so this one hasn't been up that long. He is 8 inches, cream and pink with a checkered bow. See right there, there's a little checker bow. He sold for $15.29. Care Bears. I listed these Care Bears last week. I had a huge bag of them. Well, not last week, the week before. Last week I was just been busy with taxes and everything, so I haven't been listing much last week. This Care Bears Good Luck Bear. You can see the little good luck thing right there, the clover, and he has like embroidered feetses. He sold for $16.14. Next one is a Disney Parks Avatar. This one actually went out of the country. He sold for $80.35. Cost me $12 to ship, so around $65 in profit. And this I got off of Whatnot. It was out of my Whatnot buyout. See right there. Now he's actually posable, so yeah, this almost pays for the whole Whatnot buyout right here. Maybe it does. I don't remember how much I paid, but I mean, one could have paid for it all. Brown puppy dog. The brown and white pillow chums, kind of like a pillow pet. Oh, I mean, it's a pillow pet, but they just named it different. You can see it folds up like a pillow pet. It's soft like a pillow pet. I mean, it's a pillow pet, but without the pillow pet name. He sold for $19.54. A lot of gorillas. These are just 3 Thai gorillas. Most of them will sell for like $8 to $10. So put 3 together, and it sold for $19.54. See, it's just all 3 different Thais. This one's super tiny, and yeah, throw them together. Most people will buy them after that. Vintage Garfield slippers. I've had this in my Garfield collection for forever. I just pulled a bunch of these out of the garage. If you've been watching me, I've talked about how much stuff I've just been pulling out of the garage and listing it. I haven't been buying a ton of stuff to resell, just because I wanted to get rid of a lot of the stuff that's just sitting in my garage, just growing dust. I don't know if you can grow dust, but whatever. But anyways, this was an adult 7'8". My feet haven't been a 7'8" since before high school, so yeah, they've been around for a while. This was a new old stock with tag, non-slip, and they sold for $44.19. SeaWorld Shamu jumping out of the water. You can see his fin is like upside down, so I just say he's jumping out of the water. Fin's right side up. I just leave him alone as plain, but whatever. I just make up my own rules. This guy sold for $19.54, and he's been listed a few months. Curious George, I just listed a bunch of them, and a bunch of them are sold. This is a 14-inch one from Kelly Toy. He sold for $16.99. Be careful when you're doing Curious George. And he has this like sticker on them, because these have a tendency to either crack or start peeling, and if you get them too hot, they will stick to you and actually peel off the toy. So be careful with the sticker version of Curious George. Also, Kohls Care Curious George sold for the same amount of money, $16.99. Again, Kohls Care, most of them are going to range from like 16 to 25, I believe, at the most. Most of them do not go that much higher. I mean, there is a few, but most of them won't. And this one sold for $16.99. Vintage gun. This is a small little tomato. This is Veggie Tales, Bob the tomato. I have no idea about Veggie Tales. I have no clue. I have sold a bunch of different ones. I don't even remember which ones I've sold, but I know one was green. I don't know if it was celery or cucumber or whatever. But anyways, this guy sold for $18.69. And the only problem with this is I had to cover his nose. He was soft enough so I could squish in the nose, and then I just put a little bit of bubble wrap and pushed it inside. And threw it in the poly mail. So super easy to ship, but yeah, had to do a little bit different from him because I don't want his nose to crack. Next one, we have Finding Nemo. This is a hacky sack. He is super small. He was like this. Now, I had some different marks on him. See, I showed it in the pictures. But he sold. I'm super surprised because he was, like I said, no, it says right here, 3 inches tall. He sold for $15.29. Alright, on to the collectibles. This one, this is a Nintendo Vintage Super Mario Bros. 2. Big old glass. I never used it. This was out of my collection. I've had it since I was a kid. Finally just decided to sell it because I never used it because I never wanted to wash it. I was always afraid of breaking it. So yeah, it just sat, it basically sat on a shelf for a million years. But anyways, I just listed him a few weeks ago, and he sold for $59.49. Another item that I've had that I would never use, this is a vintage Sunbeam Garfield key wind-up alarm. This thing ticks. I cannot stand ticking on a clock. You have ticking in your house, I will leave immediately. I cannot stand it. If I went into a clock house, I'd probably, I don't know, jump off the balcony or something, because I cannot stand ticking. It just rattles my brain. But anyways, this one has never been wound, and it sold for $42.49. A bunch of these guys sold. I picked these up. This was a clearance off online. I don't remember the company. It's been a while because just had them sitting around. I thought I was going to use them, but never did. This one sold for $27.19. This was Oriental, and they all sold to the same person. This one sold. This is Boardwalk and Mediterranean. And this one is, what is this one? Vermont. You can see I had a whole bunch of them. And I believe Virginia. Yeah. So all 4 of them sold to the same person. Thank you. So I made a little bit over $100 on these little Monopoly trinket boxes. She didn't buy the last one. I don't know why. But I guess she didn't like the property. But anyways. Alright, next one. This is a Dusty Trails. Anytime you see these Dusty Trails, look them up. Some of them can go for some decent money. Well, $35 isn't nothing to sneeze at, but some of them can go for some real good money. This is a Samurai series. Yeah, you can see it's just a little samurai. But I believe most of the Dusty Trails are different, like, soldiers and stuff. So keep your eye out for them. Kiss Army Cup or mug. This was actually a small one. It's only a 12-ounce mug. He sold for $25.49. And I listed this about 3 months ago. Oh, never mind. It says right here, November 27th. So, yeah, 4 months ago. Alright, this is the Blob. Had this guy a long time. Got a million different offers, all low, about $10, $15. It's like, yeah. The figure's worth about $35. I already have it on sale. I'm not going to give it to you for $10, but anyways, he finally wound up selling. He sold for $27.19. Pirates of the Caribbean. This is menacing Manta Ray. This guy went out of the country. He sold for $77.69. I believe it cost me like $16 to ship, so around a $50 profit on this guy. And you can see, look at his face. He's a funny looking monster. I don't know what those things are coming out of the side of his head, but yeah, he's just a weird old monster. Keep your eye out for these guys because all the Pirates of the Caribbean different figures can go for some decent money, especially overseas. This came out of my Whatnot haul. If you watched my Whatnot haul, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, I was sent this guy as a bonus, and he sold for $127.49, and he did not work. I put batteries in him, couldn't get him to work. I mean, his eyes still move and his tail will move if I smack it, but nothing would work. But hey, someone wanted it and they bought it. They took it, and I'm happy. Metal Gear Solid PVC painted statue. I got this out of GameStop haul. I believe these were each $2 each. They came out to be somewhere around there. Had a bunch of them. These were the last two, because they were damaged, so I had to list them separately from the other ones. But yeah, they finally sold, and they sold for $33.99. Won't be surprised if I find some more, because I had a ton of them. So some of them might be hiding somewhere, but hopefully they are finally all gone. Sold an Eminem ceramic candy cookie jar. The last one, unfortunately, I sold. It actually broke. They sent me a picture. I'm like, oh well. So I sent back I just refunded them. I didn't ask for it back because it was cracked. This one I actually double boxed, and I did a whole bunch of this one because I did not want this one to break. And I finally got a nice. I got a plus, so I got a positive reaction from the client or the buyer, and I was super happy. So yeah, so it didn't break. One of the Hot Wheels cars. This is a Batman series. Anytime you see these little Batman cycles, make sure to look them up because they can sell for some decent money. This one's super tiny. It's like this. Probably about 3x3, if that, and it sold for $33.99. Last but not least, this is another Whatnot sale. I pulled this off of Whatnot. The guy was selling a whole bunch of different items, and he had this on sale, and nobody was bidding on it. I'm like, I'll take a flyer on that. I think I bid like $2-3 on it, and I bought two, and it sold for $27.19. So go on Whatnot. You can make some good money. There's a lot of people just trying to make a few dollars, and you can turn around and flip it. And it didn't take that long to flip. It took about 2-3 months. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. And don't fiddle fart around. Get all your listings up. I am going to be doing, I'm going to start again back to the top 20 most expensive plush that sold. So I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of different brands. Hopefully I can be doing one a week. But anyways, take care everybody. Bye.